What's up, y'all? It's your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for y'all. If you're unsure of your sun, moon, and rising signs, want to know what cards I'm using in the video, or interested in booking a personal reading with me, head on over to the description box below. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. What's going on, Leo? This is your girl Venus Archangel here. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading, okay? So, the underlying energy that we're working with is the Three of Cups. So, interesting. I feel like this is definitely talking about, people coming together, groups, friends, people you know. This is a very platonic energy. But one of the things that I see it as well with this card is reunions. Getting back together, reconnecting. Okay? So, this is also a network of support. So right now, this underlying energy could be about support right now, and possibly the rekindling of a relationship in which you seek a rekindling of a relationship from which you've seen have support in the past. Okay, because this doesn't necessarily mean it's presently happening, actually, that's not true. I think, honestly, the Three of Cups is just talking about people coming together to as a band of support. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's, it's going to happen now. But considering that it's in your underlying energy, there's a good possible chance it could. Now, the thing here underneath this is the Hanged Man. So, it's crazy, okay? Three of Cups is talking about, you're waiting on something. You're waiting on some sort of perspective in regards to some support that you have, or some reunion of which you have coming to you, okay? Now, in the heart of your reading, you guys have the High Priestess. And I think the problem here is really just, guys, you're not following your intuition. You guys are not really using your inner self to really make the decisions. You're not looking at the guidance that your spirit's giving you through your emotions. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's crossing the Ten of Pentacles. At you guys are trying to get here. You guys obviously are, the underlying energy being support and stuff. But I feel like you guys, you need to be able to see what is going on. You feel like there needs to be some secret hidden messages. Not necessarily secret hidden or anything, but more so just you being guided by your intuition. Because the High Priestess is known to, be guided by her intuition. Okay, so, and with you guys, being led by your intuition, you guys will have that happily ever after that has stability, support, and security. I just think that what you guys are, what's really kind of keeping you from getting there is the fact that your intuition isn't being used. Okay? Let me pull. What else can you tell us about the High Priestess? Yeah, I think why is it a burden, though? You guys have the Ten of Wands to clarify the High Priestess. Why is it a burden for them to use their intuition? Because y'all are stubborn. I honestly think maybe what you guys see as something, maybe you guys know that what you guys are trying to, okay, because underneath that as well, you got the Knight of Cups, because it didn't really make sense. I get it now. Okay, so the reason why you guys have the Hierophant there, and the reason why it's kind of saying if you use this, you could get that, is because whatever you're trying to complete here, you're being stubborn about completing this. You're really trying to get to the end of the cycle here. You're really trying to wrap up these wands. And it's one that's pretty, it's burdensome. And the reason why is because I think you guys know that whatever you guys are trying to wait on, whatever reunion or support that you guys are trying to create for yourselves right now, or waiting for, considering that the Hanged Man is underneath the Three of Cups, I don't honestly think it's with somebody that is going to keep what they say or keep their word. okay? And like I said, the reason why I'm saying all that is because you have the Knight of Cups underneath the Hangman. I feel like you guys are waiting for an emotional message or an emotional offer from somebody that is not very good at keeping their promises. The Knight of Cups is someone that is very romantic, knight in shining armor, male or female, okay? They know how to talk, they know how to persuade, they know how to, they know how to, work them words, work them feels. They're really good at that because their aim is to get whatever they want. But they know how to get what they want, so they're able to manipulate the emotions of themselves and the emotions of others to get exactly what they want. That's what knights do. Well, at least with that knight, okay? And I feel like with this person may talk up a good game, talk up a lot of good stuff, but they are not they're not very good at keeping their word. They're not very good at saying, hey, yeah, I know I said I was going to do this, but a lot of stuff came up and this and this and this. It's almost in a way very unreliable, but more so that they make promises to win your heart, but they end up breaking it because they don't keep it. Okay. So honestly, I feel like you guys know that whatever you guys are holding out for, whatever you guys are trying to complete or trying to carry on doing with this relationship or whatever, it's not looking like it's one of support and anything like that, because you're sitting here by yourself waiting for this to happen, and you're not getting any kind of, reciprocating stuff back. Now, big time red flag in the past, you guys have the Devil. Now, this is just the Lovers, but like a totally different card, right? This Lovers is all about choice, freedom of choice, deciding between head and heart, the spiritual connection. Now, the similarities with the Lovers and the Devil is that, yes, there is a connection here between you two, but it's also one that kind of makes you feel like, it makes you feel trapped. This is a lot about, the Devil talks about integrity. So what are you willing to do? How much are you willing to take to get what you want? Or how much are you willing to take to really establish those boundaries? And I feel like you guys are in a relationship that really wasn't working very well for you, or really just kind of made you feel very codependent. And that's not a good card to get if you guys, in regards to relationships, because codependency just leads to problems. And if you relied on somebody's praise, or someone, I don't know, I just feel like there is just something here with this Devil that just kind of clearly says that this relationship wasn't really that great to begin with. There was a lot of feelings of being trapped, but it was more, but like always, the Devil isn't saying that the person that you're with or your circumstances around you is keeping you trapped. It's you that's keeping you trapped. Why are you feeling trapped? What is it that you feel you cannot do, or you feel like you can't? Yeah, what is that? And honestly, it's saying that Now, I think the bad habit that's coming up with this kind of feeling of being trapped has a lot to do with not following your intuition, not seeing something for what it was, for what it really is. Now, the High Priestess is good at keeping secrets. She's the, the keeper of secrets. Okay? And this is 2 major arcanas here, too. Jeez, actually, you have a total of 4 in this whole entire deck. 5 now. But yeah, the High Priestess says that you have the connection to spirit to let you know what you need to see. And there's always a time being with that, In the meantime, you have to use your intuition, trust within, what's in yourself to pretty much guide you along this, guide you along this road. So if you aren't connecting with your intuition in regards to this relationship, and you felt trapped because you didn't trust how you felt and trust what you believe to be true, your instincts, then there's something up. Then that's a reason to kind of make you feel trapped, because if you have nothing to go on and your only way of going on about stuff is your emotions, and you don't trust that, and not necessarily your emotions, but your intuition, and you don't trust that, hell yeah, you're gonna feel stuck. So I feel like in the past there was some, and right here even, you're not trusting your emotions. You're being stubborn and sticking on to something that is probably not going to get you to where you want to be. You want support, security, and stability. You want to feel good in your relationship. You want to feel like you're leaving behind a legacy from all the hard work that you're doing with this relationship. Not necessarily leave behind a legacy per se, but you want this relationship to be one that has grown from, you know, your diligent hard work, as well as the person that you're with's hard work. But you know that what you're doing is you're pulling more of the weight. You want this more to happen than the other person. Because if the Emperor comes up and the Ten of Wands come up, I'm not seeing no Six of Pentacles. I'm not seeing any of that. Nothing. Yeah. Y'all are trying to make this relationship happen, and I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I feel like what you guys want as far as support from this person, you're lugging along the relationship. And that's what I'm saying with the codependency thing. You guys are pushing the relationship. Somebody's pushing the relationship, and you're not trusting your intuition. So you are having in the process to figure out whether this is worth it. And I feel like you guys have a relationship here, or had a relationship in the past, or this relationship, if you guys are still in that relationship, you were thinking or having doubts about where you were and who you were to the person that you're with, based off of not really trusting your intuition. You were just tunnel visioning it. You guys were being the Emperor. You guys were like, no, this is what I want. I'm sticking to it. This is how it's going to be. But it also developed some doubts and maybe even an empty victory, because honestly, if you were putting most of the work for the relationship, then no, like, heck no. You're not getting that fulfillment that you were looking for, man. So I really think that, you know, that whatever it was in the past, okay, you had to trust your intuition, and you didn't. You were really focusing on what you wanted and how to get it absolutely what you wanted. Even if the relationship wasn't as balanced or as free feeling as you thought it was. Even if you had to resort to old patterns of behaving, you went through the extent to be in this relationship, and it's just proven to be like, if you're seeing the result of it, it's more of you carrying your weight. You are the one that's lugging all the, you know, the luggage. You're being the Ten of Wands. You're trying to complete a cycle and trying to get to that ending. But guys, you're the only people doing it. Okay? Now, in your present, you guys have Justice. So I feel like now, because you had this, you know, this doubt and stuff, you guys really were recognizing the patterns of what is going on, or I think you guys are coming up to it. There is justice in your present. There's some righting of the wrongs. There's some evening of the odds. And I don't know if this person that you're with is going to, you know, deal out an apology, or are you going to figure out exactly what's best for you? I feel like justice is more about, you know, how you are going to handle it from then on, because let's be honest with each other. Okay, and I know this is probably going to be hard to hear, but the person that you guys were with is not necessarily responsible for letting this relationship get this far. I mean, everybody has a 50-50% to put into the relationship, right? You put in your 50%, they put in their 50%. But if they start to slack and put in like 20%, 25%, drop all the way down to 6%, and you put in 97, 93, something. You put in way more percent than you probably should have, and you hadn't really said anything, and you hadn't really realized it, and you didn't really trust your intuition when it was telling you, then who is truly going to need to put their foot down at this point? You know what I mean? And honestly, if this is an apology that's coming up, that'd be great for letting them slack off. But at the same time, right now, I feel like you guys are really trying to figure out, or you guys are having this moment in your life like, okay, this is not right. I'm putting in way too much in this relationship. I need to be putting in less, or maybe more, or whatever the situation is, because this is not what I want. I'm doing too much. I'm doing way too much. I want this way too much. You know? If the other person don't want it as much, why are you trying so hard to keep this going? Because this just, it's not really, I mean, unless you like being, you know, if this is your ideal relationship, then it is your ideal relationship, you know? But at the same time, you're having to make a hard decision based off of the efforts that you have put in. You're recognizing what you're doing, and you're having to make a difficult decision about it. But it's one that'll empower you at the end, I promise you. Because this is one situation that I just, no. You You're putting in too freaking much work with this relationship. You want this way too much. The other person is not making the efforts to do that. You are the only person I'm seeing in here that's putting in the work. I don't, like I said, I don't see no Six of Pentacles. I don't see nothing. I don't see the 5. I don't even see the 5 of Pentacles. And that I only say that there's a relationship here and they're trying to get it together. 5 of Cups would be even that. At least it says that there's a relationship here and there's, I at least see that there might be a little, give and take and whatever. No, man. No. I'm not seeing that at all. So you have, right now, with Justice, you're trying to figure out exactly what it is that needs to happen. All right? What boundaries are you going to be, putting up for yourself? You're recognizing your efforts right now. Your efforts are being shown with, successfully. That's great. And you're finally seeing the victory that you want. But what did you have to do to get there? You know what I'm saying? Now you're having to make a difficult decision because, honestly, the past ain't looking too hot. Let's see. Why is the 2 of Swords coming up? Why is the 2 of Swords coming up? Why is the 2 of Swords coming up? Okay. 7 of Pentacles. You guys are hard working. You've been putting in the effort. That's what it is. You've been putting in the effort and working hard to get what you want. But you hadn't really seen it. Seen it. You haven't seen it. Okay? No. I'm saying no because I'm annoyed because I'm just being me. As a tarot card reader, I'm going to look at this objectively now. You're putting in a lot of work. You put in the effort. But your partner, I'm not seeing them. So you're being very, very go-getter about this stability and the support and this place of being comfortable. But is this really something that you should be going for? Are you listening to your intuition? Is this something you should be doing? Now, this is where it gets crazy because I think you're really trying to get a balance going. You're trying to figure out what you need to do in the situation because you're recognizing the efforts. You guys have judgment in your future. So whatever decision that you have to make now, regardless of how difficult it is, you are seeing the labors of, I think, honestly, I don't honestly think it's weird. I feel like you're recognizing the efforts that you're doing. There's recognition of the stuff that you're doing. And honestly, with the 7 of Pentacles there, it has a tendency to be like, okay, I don't know if what I'm doing is worth the effort. I don't know if all the stuff that I've just done to get here is worth it. And usually the advice for the 7 of Pentacles is to have patience, keep doing what you're doing, try to shift your focus from where you're trying to go to what you need to do now to kind of get there, be in the moment, etc. But you kind of have been in the moment for a while. And right now you're trying to figure out right now what the balance is. Like if you're going to be working hard and how much do you need to be doing to pretty much get what you want. And that's just crazy. And then why are you wanting it so badly on your own? That don't make no sense. Why is Judgment coming up in the future? Because of the Page of Pentacles. That's hard work, man. Hard work. I think you guys have come to a point now where you feel like an offer of something stable should be coming up. If you put in all this work, I think that either you guys may have received you finally received something that is, that could build up to the 10 of Pentacles, and that's what's going to transform you. I feel like you guys could have put in the effort, and it's being shown and being noticed, and it's finally kind of getting what you need to do. But getting to what you want, rather. But the Page of Pentacles, man. Why is the Page of Pentacles coming up? 4 of Wands. All right. You're transforming because of a relationship or a place where you guys could celebrate your union and something stable. But I feel like, again, you're having to figure out what makes this even. You're having to figure out what exactly you need to be doing so that way you don't be lugging this crap along anymore. You want to follow your intuition now, and I think you should, because with the 2 of Swords there, you're not really wanting to see what's up in front of you. It's a difficult-ass decision, and I get it. This is one that's supportive and the one that can, build a reunion. But if you look, like I said, if you're looking on more work than you think, is it truly a victory? And what efforts have you put into it that you should be kind of really kind of making sure if this is truly what you want? Now, the support is always something that someone wants, right? You're trying to build an abundance. You're trying to build a place where you feel abundant and you want to feel safe in your relationship. That's fine. But right now, though, you're having to transform because you are worthy of a solid relationship. You're worthy of something that is concrete. If you guys don't receive that, that is another thing. Like, I feel like with the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, those are good cards and all. And I hope that they're offered to you and this person that you guys are with will carry their weight. But at the same time, I feel like the transformation is happening because there wasn't an offer. Or you are ready for an offer and you deserve an offer. Or you deserve a level of commitment, moving up to a higher level of commitment. Or even moving. I feel like there's just a lot of stuff that you deserve that needs to happen for you. And if it don't happen, that's going to make you change. That's going to make you transform. Because you know what? You're realizing what work that you put into this. How much you've been lugging along. And you are not having it no more. I don't think so. So, the crowning energy is the Queen of Wands. So, it's saying to, be yourself, pretty much. Allow yourself to, don't take no crap, though. That's what the Queen of Wands is all about as well. She don't take no crap. Just like the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, they be high-fiving about the ass whoopers they be giving, okay? And I'm not saying to kick someone's behind. Don't do that, because, I don't want y'all to go to jail. But the Queen of Wands is saying, look, there's a lot of shit I do, and there's a lot of shit that I'm willing to get done to get to where I want to be. She's very stubborn as well. But she ain't about to do stuff that is out of her way to get pretty much nothing returned, okay? So let's see. Why be the Queen of Wands? And it's true, I think being yourself will connect you with your intuition. Follow your intuition. Listen to it. Make sure that what you're doing isn't isn't pushing in, not pushing in, but just pretty much making you log on to more stuff without having the certainty of it. Now, you guys are having this clarified by the Nine of Swords. So, perhaps what you're worried about is something that you're probably should be worried about. See, because the typical message for that is that usually, if you're worried about something, there's probably nothing really that you need to be worried about. Okay? Everything here is just saying that, this is just okay. Well, Page of Swords to clarify that. I think you guys need to communicate your concerns. You have concerns. The Nine of Swords is concerns as well. Because obviously you would be anxious for nothing. So, be the Queen of Wands. Communicate and express yourself. Say what you're concerned with. If this support that you have, is it really for you? Is it something that you've been waiting on for quite a long time? You're waiting for something to come up, and you're dealing with somebody that's probably just not, just like says something 1 minute and then don't turn around and do something else. Inconsistency. So, if you have to, go ahead and be the Queen of Wands. Make sure that you get your stuff right. Voice your concerns. Be upfront. Okay? And if you love who you're with and you really want to make this work, because that's what it looks like you want to do. If you want to make this work, you have to trust yourself and you have to trust that the other person will take what you're saying and build upon that. Okay? But you have to figure out your boundaries well. What makes this relationship balance for you? Okay? That means no more tolerating crap that you don't, you feel like you probably shouldn't be doing. Five of Swords. Man, I'm doing all this work, and this person is not putting in the effort. That's you. That's you. If you realizing that, do you like that? Do you want to continue doing it? If so, go ahead, knock yourself out. But if it ain't, if this is like, I did this and this and this, and this person's only doing that and this, then, hell no. Be the Queen of Wands, guys. Be upfront, be expressive, express your concerns. If you're worried about something that just kind of ain't looking right, you need to be upfront about it. You need to be straight up. If you just feeling like you deserve a relationship and somewhere that you could call home, as a person that you could be comfortable with, and hit that spot where you can be like, okay, we have a relationship now, we can blossom from this, we can go somewhere else from this. You want to get to that spot first. You want to get to that platform first. And if you can, if you feel like you deserve that, and you deserve, you deserve some sort of stability in regards to having something that is, super, super happy and super secure and all that goodness, then you have to make the decision. You have to make that decision that you don't want to make, even if it is difficult, even if it is with somebody that you've been with for a long time. Because the Ten of Wands, that is something that just doesn't happen. You don't just go from the Ace to the 10. This is something you've been doing for a while. You've been really buckling it down and doing the work. But that doesn't mean that this relationship is perfect for you if you are not receiving any kind of reward from that. So I think what you're having to do is you're recognizing what you deserve. You're recognizing what you need to see because you're putting in a lot of work. You got to make the decision. If this relationship isn't for you, if you're not being offered anything stable, you're not offered anything long term, and you're not feeling the connection or the relationship that you feel you deserve, then heck no. You know what I'm saying? Now, in your romance angels, y'all have trust, okay? This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I feel like it's not just having faith in your relationship, because honestly, you have plenty of freaking trust in your relationship if you put in all this freaking work. But you also need, but more so than anything, you guys, because the Queen of Wands isn't just about, getting whatever she wants, being confident. That is what it is. She's confidence. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's all about confidence. She trusts herself. She knows herself well enough to be able to express and be authentic to the world around her. She expresses her authenticity because she trusts herself. She knows herself. So if you don't know yourself, if you don't connect with your intuition right now, if you can't do that and you don't really trust how you feel within yourself, if you don't trust that what you've done in your relationship is worth more than what you're getting, then heck to the no. There is something that needs to be cleared up for you. Okay? And I love you, Leo. So I'm not saying this any of this to be rude, but this is something serious, all right? Because you are the only person that's going to really be able to protect yourself the way you feel is right. And to build something with somebody that you feel like you're not gaining that reciprocation back, it's not worth it. At least I don't think so. If it's, but that's your hard decision to make. It's up to you. You have free will. You figure out exactly whatever you want. And you don't have to leave a relationship to kind of make a point of that. You can just make something, put in an offer or compromise, discuss something to make things work the best for you, because you recognizing this ain't working. This ain't how it's supposed to be. Now, in your wisdom of the oracle, you'll have time to go. Again, this is not saying that you have to leave a relationship. If you don't want to, you don't got to. You can try and make it work. You can do everything you can to make it work. You're doing the work now. You might as well, if you want to. But if you feel like you deserve more, then you know what you need to do. But this situation cannot go on anymore. That's what this card is saying. Like, this is done. You've done what you needed to do. You've realized what you've been doing so far. You ain't seeing the results? Okay. Well, there's some stuff that needs to change, because I'm not doing this no more. That's pretty much what that card is saying. It's pretty much what that card is saying. If it ain't working, you got to leave it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it don't mean you have to leave the relationship. It just means you got to come up with a different way of handling this. You have to come up with a different way of balancing your relationship. Because if it ain't balanced right now, and you're not happy with it, you got to make that decision on what you're going to do about it. Alright, guys, this has been your reading. I got all riled up. I hope this reading provided you with some information that can help you. And guys, I will see you guys in the middle of November. Okay, good luck. Love y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.